Kristin does have, I think, the most well-rounded game in FPO field for the last couple years. She's got everything you need. She's got the putt, the forehand, the backhand, the approach game. Now she's got the one thing that we've seen Paige Pierce and Katrina Allen have in the past, where she knows how to stay focused in the hunt.
I think Ella definitely has a chance to catch Kristin. It's probably mentally tough knowing that Kristin surpassed her by 11 strokes in the final round. I mean, that's just crazy.
Moving over to Lake Waco, where she did shoot the hot round and where her skill set absolutely shines. If she comes out feeling confident and throwing confident, she's very difficult to catch.
It's nice to see Hailey playing kind of, I would say, smooth and conservative. She did have that knee injury last week, and I know she's made some posts and has just said it still kind of is bothering her, so she's just kind of taking some power off, controlling her shots.
It is influencing her to play a lot smarter and a lot more conservative, and that really is rewarding her game because she's another player that has all the skills you need. I mean, right now, Ella's 5 strokes back from Kristin, and Eveliina's only 2 or 3 strokes back from that. So we're counting her out kind of because it's 8 strokes back, but in reality, anything can really happen right now. And I think if Eveliina's putting herself in the bullseye over and over again, like she did at chess.com, she could be in the mix. Hello and welcome to the final round of the Waco Annual Charity Open presented by Prodigy Discs. This is our 4th round and we're returning to Lake Waco Golf Course. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Ideal conditions today. We are not going to complain about it. Special treat just for you guys. It was a great day to play disc golf. And I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, we have Kristin who maintained a huge lead after gaining 11 strokes yesterday during the round at the Beast. 75% fairway hits, 100% scramble, and 72% circle 2 in regulation got her to that incredible feat.
100% scramble at the Beast is unreal. Ella struggled a bit yesterday, but was on the fairway most of the time. Really just needs to get that Circle 1X putting up, and she's getting inside Circle 2 for quite a few looks. She did have the hot round here in round 2, so we'll see what she can do today.
Hailey King, who has been starting out every round she's played this week, absolutely fire, just not quite finishing. She's 80% fairway hits, 72 Circle 2 in regulation, and 63% Circle 1X putting. If she can dial that in, she will be deadly.
Eveliina 75% C1X, 60% scramble, and landing in Circle 2 44% of the time. It's been cool to check in with Hailey and Eveliina and Holland kind of as we've been going, so we hope you enjoy that new feature from JomezPro.
Starting out with hole 1, it's 698 feet, a par 4. It's averaging about almost a half stroke over par, but I'd say it's one of the easier, more gettable holes of the weekend. You want to throw a backhand that kind of hugs that right-hand side. You can go flex, you can go gentle, flip up hyzer. You just don't want to get a big skip because you can find that OB line left. Your second shot, you want to throw under the low-hanging trees onto the green.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Prodigy Presents Waco Annual Charity Open. It's time for our FPO lead card. First on the tee, representing Latitude 64 and your reigning women's world champion, put your hands together for Kristin Tattar!
Kristin, was it 3 under par in round 2, but was there the whole time. Just didn't quite connect on the putts, but I have a feeling she's going to connect today. Great first shot, perfectly down the center.
Second on the tee, representing Discmania, put your hands together for Ella Hansen!
There's not a huge advantage to being more left or right on the fairway. Because the second shot is a little bit more wide open, but I really do like the forehand tee shot. It does put you a little bit more on the right-hand side, but I think the flex is there if you have that good distance.
Plus, the left side OB, I think, comes into play a little bit faster, especially with the way the fairway is sloped, than this right side. Solid shot.
Welcome to represent the NL champion disc. Put your hands together for Hailey King.
Tee pads were finally nice and dry today.
And look at those still flags. That's what we like to see. Hailey turning over this Wraith just a touch, but that's just fine.
Yeah, you don't really need to bite off a huge shot here.
Put your hands together for Eveliina Salonen.
Especially if you have that giant distance shot you can throw on your second, like we know Hailey has, and Eveliina as well.
Eveliina going champion TL3 here, turning it over too much. Friendly kick, though.
Good luck, ladies. Have a great round.
Eveliina up first, going backhand. She's quite a ways from the pin. Got to be near 400, probably.
Yeah,
maybe a little less.
No, I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. And she's right inside circle 2 with a little bit of an obstructed putt. I say this is one of the easier holes, but I mean, it does stretch out having to throw both drives 350 to park it.
It's maybe just one of the least technical par 4s out here.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh. Looked like a run for a second, but Hailey's going to skip outside the circle for a long look for birdie. Kind of interesting that Ella's going forehand here. Most women approaching from the other side, and that is way too inside.
Yeah, just pinned up against that tree, unfortunately, and she's got to take some distance off of her approach.
Kristin opting for the forehand also, and skips inside the circle.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? That's what you do when you're 5 strokes ahead. You just get another one immediately.
Ella going to just do a little chip up to inside the bullseye. She's going to walk away with a par. Hopefully not the beginning of the gray string.
Oh no, we don't talk about that. That's a one-time thing, hopefully. Uh-oh.
We've all done it. These Texas trees have low ceilings and
they're dense too.
they are dense. They give no breaks.
Smack you right down. Hailey with a strong circle 2 bid. Mrs. Left Side doesn't seem to care.
Never cares about anything.
Kristin misses band high. For those of you who don't usually watch, roasting Hailey is one of our favorite pastimes.
And she likes it too, so.
Dang, Eveliina, great par save.
We've seen a lot of the Kristin kind of like impatient as her putts are not going in this week. Just imagine if her putts were dropping.
How can you tell? Her facial expression is always the same.
She gives a little like, ugh.
Yeah, you're right.
Three pars. Oh, is that 4 pars?
Yep.
All 4 pars on the lead card. There were only 3 birdies on the day today. Holland, Hanley, Natalie, Ryan, and Owen Scoggins getting the 3s.
So boring from Owen.
Let's
This is
watch.
ahead at hole 2. We're checking in with Chase Card. Holland throwing her second shot up to the green into circle 2. She's going to be putting right at OB.
She's already birdied hole 1. So she's got green on the scorecard.
And that's such a strong step putt.
Jump putt. 2 for 2 to start the day.
I will say one nice thing about this Lake Waco course is that it's just so friendly for spectating. Nice, beautiful day to be out there. Couldn't ask for more. Hole 2 is a par 4, 590 feet. You're throwing over the water. Most women going to opt for the right side around the tree. You just need to land short of that green and not go OB left, which isn't too difficult, though these ladies can reach the green if they're juicing it. Second shot, you have a couple of options. The OB is within the circle, as we just saw as Holland was putting towards it. So you want to just be careful. Forehand's a great play, swinging out wide and kind of getting a little bit of a skip in. The straight play feels a little risky. At 590, once again, You don't need a ton of distance. Obviously, it's nice, and there's not really that much in the way. So I would say this is probably top 2 holes that you're thinking, I have to birdie this.
Yeah, the second shot is just so forgiving as well.
Yeah, as long as you don't saw it off towards that OB, that's the only risk. But it's short.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. No, it's good. Ella way up there. She's like 60 feet at least past Kristin. Hailey going for the straight turnover play. Really pretty shot. Let's see. That's another star wraith. That's her taking it easy too, which is pretty infuriating.
So today was a 50% cut going into this final round. So there are only 24 competitors.
There was a tie, so 25.
25 competitors competing today on Championship Sunday. Out of those 25 competitors, 13 got this hole over half the field. Or under half the field.
Math. Kristin going with the forehand approach. A little bit of more fade than she wanted, but catches a tree and stays at circle's edge. Eveliina, kind of a similar play here. Leaves it just a little bit longer than you'd like, but she just made one at that distance. Man, look how far Hailey is.
Just a little chip.
Smooth looking forehand there. Man, they're so far. Ella inside the circle as well. No one quite parking it. Kristin looks like she's just a few inches outside the circle.
Cash.
Yeah.
First birdie of the day.
Makes the adjustment from the last hole. Eveliina missing low left.
Wow, 85% of the field playing today got to circle 2 in regulation, so this is definitely a must get.
Kind of a nervy little putt from Ella. Nice putt from Hailey, who never seems to look nervous.
Or excited.
Yeah, or just
Or sad.
cares about anything. Dang, and that hurts.
Yeah.
Kristin pulling ahead another stroke on a pretty easy hole if you have the big distance.
Because there's not a lot of quote-unquote gimme holes out here. That, I think, is the easiest hole of the day.
Let's check in with Chase Card here. Holland ahead on hole 3. Goes a huge turnover shot. Love the height to get over those trees. We saw a lot of women in round 2 hit that very tree that Holland just went over. And that should set her up for the birdie play, which it plays a lot longer than 662 being uphill, and then you have to swing this hyzer way to the left. Again, really good height from Holland.
Ooh, and she's living on the edge of that out-of-bounds green, but she is great. Just on the short side.
But like 2 huge shots, and she's still nearly 60 feet away. Don't matter though.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah, that perfect 3 for 3 start.
Only 4 people got to circle 2 in regulation. Holland just canning a jump putt from there.
She moves to 11 down with those 3 birdies. Chase Card chasing. In a tie for second all of a sudden. Owen also playing well, 2 down through 3. Natalie Ryan 4 down through 5. Dang.
Hole 3 is a par 4 at 662 feet. You want to throw something over the water again and avoid those trees. You can go kind of a little flexi line short of the trees, or you can go big hyzer like we just saw Holland do over the top. But you just want to get big distance because your second shot is huge and uphill. There's that out of bounds green that we saw Holland miss just short of, but most people aren't even worried about that in their second shot. Your third, when you're approaching the green, whether you're putting or throwing an approach shot, that OB wraps around really close on the backside, so be careful.
Kristin trying to throw over this tree as well, and she is successful. Great adjustment from round 2. I believe she's going orbit grace there. Hailey, low linear line right at the tree. Should stay in bounds, but that's a par. Ooh, left side turnover line. Going right at that tree. Ooh, I don't know that crossed.
Really?
I guess it hit the tree branch, so it had to have. It had to have. Okay.
But still a really aggressive play.
Super aggressive. I wonder if it came out earlier, if that is the true play. It would have had to keep turning.
I feel like it had to have come out early because I think being over there doesn't even really give you much of an advantage with how sharp the angle becomes.
Right. Hailey just trying to get this up there near that golf green, as Madison was saying. And that looks perfect. From there, it's, 100-ish feet?
Yep. Ella, from where she kicked backwards into out of bounds, just trying to probably pitch up on the short side of the green here and play it for a bogey.
It's a good recovery shot. Eveliina, looks like she's going huge here.
Playing the skip?
Yeah. Come on.
Come
on. No. Did it cross on that side?
I think so.
It looked like it.
Oh, my goodness.
Dang. So close. Kristin in the best spot here. Hugs that tree perfectly. That looks great. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is inside, but in the right way.
Safe the whole way. And kind of just making a statement out here. That statement is, I'm going to win this two years in a row.
Yeah, coming out looking super confident. Ella, in the meantime, having to just pitch up for bogey. And after missing the one you want to get, it's going to be a rough uphill battle. Well, she can hang on. There's still a ton of birdies out here. This is just definitely the most demanding of the two courses that we play.
Eveliina trying to save par, but comes up a little short. Inches away from a birdie bid.
Another one.
Oh, yeah.
Kristin with her second birdie in a row. She's one of 4 on this hole today.
Oh, 4's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw Holland. Who else got it?
Holland, Kristin, Kat Merch, and Natalie Ryan. Only 4 people got to circle 2 and 3 to circle 1 in regulation. And that's about right. This is not one that I would say everyone can reach or everyone can get to.
No, this is a separator for sure.
Yep.
Kristin now. Well, I was going to say 8 strokes, but looks like 7 strokes in the lead. Holland in solo second.
Whale sacks are a unique grip accessory, handmade in the USA by fellow disc golfers like you. If you own a disc golf store, run a league, club, or tournament, whale sacks are the perfect addition to your players' packs, CTP prizes, or product to offer your customers. A portion of every sale is donated to Save the Whales. For wholesale pricing, visit whalesacks.com/bulk to get yours. It's time to join the Whale Club.
Hole 4 is a par 5 for FPO. It's 800 feet. You can lay up to the left or take the straight tunnel shot. We've seen plenty of both. I think it's a pretty split play. Second shot, you are kind of worried about the water that is right there. There's also OB on the right or deep, depending on which play you do. You're trying to get as far as you can close to the tunnel to line up your third shot into the green. Sometimes you're left with a very angled forehand shot if you're not lined up correctly, or you can even swing it all the way outside to the right, carrying OB the whole time. At 800 feet, anyone can reach this par 5, but it's still very demanding.
Yeah, you think, the tee shot is obviously extremely demanding. Look at all of these low-hanging Texas trees. But even as you get close to the green, that last approach shot is so tough.
Yeah,
so
and the OB gets pretty close to the pin.
Definitely. Every single shot requires just extreme accuracy. Hailey taking the tunnel shot, she's going to find herself on the down-sloped landing area. Really don't love that.
Yeah, it was good distance. Ella kind of messed this shot up in round 2, but she completes the layup correctly. Anywhere in that, I don't know what those little sticks are, area
Tall
is
grass.
Tall grass, okay, is fine. It's like a little awkward, I guess, for a run-up, but you really don't have to throw that far over the water to lay up.
Eveliina, unfortunately, getting a little weird ground play, and she's going to find herself near that brush pile on the left side that can make the second shot pretty difficult. We'll see how close she is to that. Kristin didn't try to bite very much off at all.
Well, she got caught up.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And she's still going across, turns it over, goes OB. And from that side, the better play, I think, is to go around to the right, carrying OB to get to the pin. It's a really sharp sidearm angle otherwise. I like this play from Eveliina. She's not trying to do too much, but she does get a little close to that OB line. She's safe.
Ella went huge on this shot in round 2. I really like the slower disc that doesn't have the extreme hyzer finish. That's great.
Yeah, I like that she took a little bit off of that one too. It'll probably be maybe a 150-foot approach shot, but it looks like she's lined up to that tunnel very well. Ooh.
If I had the play, this is what I would do. I think it's great. Nice little forehand, not worried about the water too much. Just chip something over, let it play a skip up the hill.
She's a little pinched though.
Mm-hmm.
Eveliina lining up the right side play. This is out of bounds the entire time. It's a rethrow if she does not get it in. Essentially, she can advance a tiny bit. Oh, sit. Man,
my goodness.
What a shot. Eveliina inbounds, looking at a birdie bid. That is
risky and awesome.
Risky and awesome.
Kristin flexing into the gap. If you push deep here, it can be really brutal, but
How do you know that?
I don't know. I've never been there in my life for 3 shots in a row.
Looks way too soft from Ella. She's in circle 2, but...
This is a scary one to bite a lot off of, though, because if you buzz the basket and go past, it's only 20 feet until you are in not getting your disc back land.
Whoa. Hailey going spike hyzer from there? Sweet shot.
Not a tool that a lot of FPO players pull out of their bags very often. Hailey did it so well.
And she's so close to those trees. What an angle. Kristin displaying the gun show. Lays it up nicely.
Mm-hmm. Ella giving it maybe a little soft bid for birdie, and she'll have a tap and par. You're pretty happy with that on this par 5.
Eveliina's birdie bid misses right.
There were, again, only 4 birdies.
Let's see if Hailey can do it. Yeah, she can.
Mm-hmm.
What a friggin' shot, too.
Katie Lane, Hannah Bloomerus, and Natalie Ryan also got this one. This is the top 24 competitors this weekend, or 25 playing, and still only 4 people get it. So it's a tough par 5.
I thought that this one would have more birdies just because the distance is short enough.
Yeah, it's another one. It's kind of like the 2 par 5s at the Beast where it's just...
I think a few more rounds though, and we'd see more Just more practice out here.
The only difference between this par 5 and the ones at the Beast is the left and right side isn't just rough. It's out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can add strokes and you stack them up quickly.
Hailey gonna tie it up with Holland Hanley at 11 down now.
Hole 5. We have another par 3 at 340 feet. It's very uphill. It plays longer than that 340 feet. No out of bounds you have to worry about. Just some trees. Ideally, you want to land right in that little gap where the drone is flying. Leaves yourself about a 40-foot putt. If you can get up and over those trees or through that gap, there's just a bunch of yucca you have to deal with that maybe makes some funny footing on your putting, but everything else is A-okay. We only saw a couple birdies in round 2. Let's see if our lead card competitors can land some putts and get some 2s on this one.
I believe Hailey was one of the few birdies.
Yep.
She is going 2024 Hailey King Tour Series T-Bird 3. Check those out.
Wow, inside circle 1, through the gap perfectly.
Yeah, you can have that too. Just buy the disc. I thought that was early from Ella, but it is turning, and she's going to get caught up in that classic spot. I was a Metal Flake FD. It is pretty flippy. Eveliina going Destroyer, flippy guy.
Doesn't like it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Just maybe not a putt. Kristin also a little late.
Also fine.
Yeah, turning it way over, but again, no putt, just a long look.
One of the few holes without OB that you're worried about, so that's nice. Plus, you know it's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and open over here.
Oh, Kristin giving it a run still, even from real far out away.
And she keeps it nice and close as a cool run versus like this is kind of the classic putt on this hole.
Oh,
not
just
really
a
left
pitch out.
Mm-hmm.
Hailey with the only remaining opportunity for birdie on the lead card.
Obstructed putt from a knee here. She's inside, it looks like, so she can't fall forward.
Oh.
Great effort.
Only one birdie on the day today from Paige Pierce.
Nice. And par is the typical story on hole 5.
Even though this one's tough to get, I do actually like this one. But there's some longer par 3s on this course that I think could use some changes. But I think this one's cool.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah, don't hate it is a good way to put
it.
I think it's there. Yeah, there's not a lot of OB you have to worry about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, little breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Holland Hanley's still holding on to that tie for second place.
Hole 6, another technical par 3 at 350 feet. You can take the tunnel with a flexing backhand shot. You could sidearm and just play for par. Maybe some of these ladies can get their sidearm there actually all the way. But it's tough. That tunnel is tight. I actually like the spike hyzer. There's a little gap in the trees. You got to run up on the left side of the tee pad though, so it's a bit awkward. We saw Hailey birdie this one as well. I'm trying to think. Kristin got this one with a huge putt too in round 2. It's most of the birdies on this hole I think are going to take a circle 2 putt.
Yeah, there's only 4 birdies out of the 48 competitors in round 2.
Hailey lining up this tunnel shot. That looks gorgeous. Wow.
Wow.
Chef's kiss. And guess what that was?
Follow flight.
A Hailey King Tour Series T-Bird 3.
You can do it too.
It's the disc. It's not you.
Wow. That's so good.
Yeah, amazing. Cool follow flight too.
I watch this whole wreck people on my card in round 2. It's just one that if you get off the fairway, it can be so tough to get up and down.
Whoa, that is so early out of Ella's hand. And oh, she I'm not sure where she is. We'll find out together.
Mm-hmm.
Eveliina also lining up the tunnel here.
Wow.
Man, she gets so much turn on that destroyer. A little low for Kristin out of her hand. She's still lined up with the tunnel, though. It should be a simple approach shot. Going forehand where most would go backhand. Classic. She does that almost as much as Own does, but she just has such a great touch forehand game.
Only 5 competitors got to circle 2 in regulation and only 2 to circle 1. This one was, again, really difficult to get to.
Ella giving this thing a run. Eveliina from 45 or so, going for her first birdie of the round. Dang.
Kristin with a little bit of work left to do for her par. No problem.
Just a machine.
We still haven't got to Hailey King's drive yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. She's just got that low linear power that not a lot of women on tour have.
And a tap in.
She moves to 3 down on the round.
One of only 2 birdies today, along with Natalie Ryan.
Dang, Natalie's getting a ton of them.
Yeah, she's finding them in these first 6 holes of the round.
Hailey now 5 strokes back of Kristin.
The 2024 Prodigy Signature Series are here. The Signature Series explores the evolution of flight. Get yours March 22nd on ProdigyDisc.com and at your local retailer.
Hole 7, another very long par 3 at 340 feet. You just want to throw something as far as you can and hopefully get some good ground play there at the end. This is another one where you might see a lot of people with circle 2 putts and just hopefully trying to sink those. I believe in round there was 8 birdies today, and in round 2 there was 6. So a few more people figuring it out, even in the top 50% of the field. Definitely one of the more forgiving long par 3s we play, but still just slightly uphill, playing longer than that 340.
Hailey getting to just outside the circle with another wraith there.
Ella ripping on something overstable.
So close. That's kind of the main difficulty of this hole, I think, is not a lot of room to either side.
Just has to go straight.
Like this. Oh, yeah.
So good. Still just so spinny.
That is a Champ Thunderbird. That's looking good, too. Just needs a little bit of ground play.
Yeah, I like
I went the wrong way.
I like the flex line, but yeah, it did not get the ground play you want off that hill.
Ella, similar to yesterday, just not able to get that first birdie and get that momentum going. It's so hard, though. This, 3 holes, 3 difficult par 3s in a row.
Hailey just vaporizing through the right side of the basket. I thought it was in.
Kristin, uphill bid here, does not want to hit the cage. Definitely. Okay, all right. I'm just going to shut up. That was great.
Man, such great up and down movement and just dead straight on a rope the whole way.
Eveliina for her first birdie of the round. There we go. Connects.
Right over the nubs. Hailey coming back and making good for her par. About a third of the field got it today. A third of the half.
A third of the half. Eveliina and Kristin with the birdies on that one. Hailey still in solo second, 6 strokes back now. Holland, 1 stroke back of that. Ella, 1 stroke back of that. Owen, 1 stroke back of that. Eveliina, 1 stroke back of that.
It's just all stacked up.
Hole 8, another par 3. This one 401 feet. Another difficult one to reach. I kind of like a hyzer flip to turnover play, but just throw it far. There is one OB green kind of near the pin up on the left that I don't really think anyone's thinking about. There's also OB way to the right if you throw a thrower or just a turnover that never comes back. I'm trying to think. I think very few people got it in round 2 as well. Kind of another one where a great shot lands in circle 2. That's looking good from Eveliina.
Yeah, only one.
Oh, man.
Wow.
What a laser.
Only one birdie in round 2.
There's a Star Destroyer. Dang, Eveliina.
With only 2 people getting to circle 1 and 6 to circle 2. So yeah, this is a rough one.
Eveliina made it look pretty dang easy.
Yeah, she did. Kristin doesn't quite get the flex on it. But maybe this is her play.
Yeah, it's not a bad play. I think she's edges circle 2 or so. Hailey with a bit too much height, but gets away with it. Star Wraith here.
Huh.
She'll have a putt.
Yeah.
Ella going Metal Flake FD. Dang, that's going so far. So far.
Wow.
So crazy to see her throw. She, consistently, I think, discs down when other people are still throwing, full speed drivers.
And then
such an impressive skill.
And then still outdriving the hole.
Yeah, but with more control. So cool. Kristin lays that forehand up to about 20 feet or so for her par.
Today, again, 6 people getting to circle 2 and only 1 to circle 1. Oh, man. That was a pretty run.
Hailey from a similar distance.
Whoops.
Just lays up behind the basket. Do it, Eveliina. 2 for 2. Yes.
Yes. Such a good one. One of only 2 birdies on the day. The other by, again, Hannah Bloomroos.
Nice. Best friend birdie? Mm-hmm. Eveliina didn't even really need to flex it. It's just a pretty linear shot. Insane. One more to go here on the front 9. Kristin very much in control right now.
Let's watch Holland on hole 9, the final of our front 9 in this championship round. This is her second shot, and she did this in round 2 as well. A little deep of the basket, but really safe. And now she just has this downhill putt to get the birdie.
Super downhill. Look how little it is.
So teeny.
Dang.
Circle 2 queen today. That's the third one we've watched her hit.
Yeah. That's to go back to 3 down on the round. She's in a tie for 3rd right now.
All business.
Yeah. That face does say, do not mess with me.
I'm here to not play today.
Natalie's 5 down through 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let's move into this final hole that we just watched Holland play. It played as one of the top 3 most difficult holes in round 2. And again in round 4, you want to throw something as far as you can on the tee shot. There is out of bounds on the right and left, but it's really wide, so you can mess around. You can go crazy. You can go huge. Your second shot, depending on where you land, you either lay up to that green on the left-hand side, or you can play around the outside, but you are messing around with some low-hanging tree branches and some out of bounds lines as well. If you want to go for the green, there is an out of bounds gully that crosses right in front and to the right of the green. So going deep is the safe play if you're trying to go for it.
Do you think that you say gully more than anyone else?
Absolutely.
Eveliina, I like the low play on the turnover. Sometimes if you give it a little bit too much height, you can find some OB. That was a great shot.
Just because in Florida, we're always gully washing with the heavy rains.
You would. Kristin, same low play. Lands a bit shorter than Eveliina, but she's in a solid spot.
Hailey with a conservative crush.
Yeah, it is fading towards that OB, but she's fine. It's fine.
Oof. Ella went huge here in round 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen her the last couple of days have this little early release issue. I don't know if it's like nerves or something, but we've been seeing her just kind of let him out a little early and low.
And now it's decision time. She could lay up before the green, or it looks like she is running this thing.
Sure does. She's got to be over the green, right?
Oh yeah.
My God.
That was
holy cow.
a friggin' crush.
That is insane.
Yeah.
From where her drive
I mean,
landed.
she's inside the circle, it looks like.
I wish we could have kind of watched that whole flight because that was unbelievable.
So far.
And very technical.
Yeah, she had to navigate those final trees. I mean, there's water right there. That was really risky and really cool.
Kristin with a little bit more of a safe play, just kind of playing to the right side of the green and still with a decent little approach to this very OB-laden golf green.
Laden. Eveliina going for it here. She's going to carry the water, needs to hit one of these gaps in the trees, and she bounces off the cement. Wow.
And that is what separates people here, folks.
Oh, man, okay.
Is that type of skill and talent.
Yeah, what a pro play to land it on that one, foot of cement, get the little bounce.
She's like, there's a backboard there. It's fine if it comes in fast. Ugh, unbelievable.
It's pretty amazing to see so many women get 3 looks at this. I mean, it is a tough par 4.
Hailey going for it as well.
Might as well.
No one's scared of the water.
Nope. Oh, brutal roll, though, for Hailey.
Oh, I love watching people throw into this green. It's not one.
Oh,
Is there no B line over there?
We don't think about it because we don't throw that far.
We don't reach it.
Dang.
Kristin with a nice safe par play. She's a little on the short side with some work left for her par.
And Kristin playing it like I would say the majority of the field is.
Definitely.
Dang. Such a bummer not to see Hailey rewarded. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Sick.
Ball don't lie.
Man, I don't even have an insult here. That was just beautiful.
Yes.
She's smiling? You.
With the little dance moves, too.
What a save. And to keep that a bogey-free front 9 after an unfortunate break, that takes some resilience.
Mm-hmm. Eveliina with a little downhill comeback putt. Oh, not quite enough to capitalize on the birdie. She played the hole so well.
Ella just inside the circle, downhill putt goes from a knee, hits it low.
She's given herself the opportunities.
Which almost feels worse, though.
It does. Absolutely feels awful.
Just awful. Kristin with a really solid par. No stress there.
There were only 2 birdies today on hole 9. We saw Holland Hanley with her circle 2 putt. Missy Gannon also got it.
Big arm Missy. And we made it. Halfway.
We got one more chase card check-in before we go. Holland on hole 10.
11.
Oh, 11. Oh, yeah, they're 2 cards ahead. A little low, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Sliding up in there right on the edge of circle 1.
It's like you can't miss. Dang.
Looking so solid. And the business face is still
I feel like,
on.
is she carrying a briefcase or am I just superimposing that?
She's definitely has a tie on and it's tied tight.
So Kristin in command here. She's got a 6-stroke lead. Holland and Hailey tied at 12 down. Ella not able to get any of those birdies. She's 1 over at 10 down overall for the tournament. Onscoggins, Eveliina tied at 1 down and in 5th place.
Yeah,
so
we have. Yeah, it's all stacking up pretty tight. We do have 9 more holes. There's still a lot of scoring opportunities, but I think the back nine's a little harder. There's definitely a lot of out of bounds, but we do have calm conditions continuing throughout the day.
Nailed it.
Thanks. So come hang with us on the back 9 of round 4 of this first DGPT Plus event of the year at the Waco Annual Charity Open. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the 2 hot Geese.
Honk.